Hello and welcome back to the final episode of the Monocle 2023. It has been quite a journey and we are ending it in a rather special way. We are not going to be reacting to new content that's being produced daily from all around the world. Instead, what we're going to do is react to the comments left by you people, the viewers, and hopefully some of our supporters as well. Let's begin. All right, the first comment. From being born, we are living and facing the cold reality, and you women living in fairy world that benefits you.
Yeah. Okay. So this is probably coming from a place of anger, I'm gonna say. From my perspective, it's not entirely untrue, but it's also something that it's a sort of double-edged sword. I'm just gonna say it. It sounds okay in my head, but it's pretty much the cold reality is, as a man, you have pretty much one path in life. The more you struggle, the more you work, the more you try to accomplish something, the more time you put in, the more work you do, the more successful you will be in the end. So the path is very straightforward and everything is working. With women, there is a problem. They have a choice to make very early. I'm not sure if we talked about this earlier, but they have a sort of choice to make very early in life, since they need to decide whether they want to focus on career development and themselves, or they want to have a man and a family and so on. So depending on the choice that they do early in life, they pretty much lock themselves into one path. And I'm gonna say I'm not entirely agreeing with the guy, because it's not that the world benefits you, but depending on the choice that you make, that choice can be easier, but you are forfeiting the other path as a woman. So this is how I see it.
Okay. From my perspective, first of all, I'm gonna say that this comment is not perhaps the truest thought that the person behind it tried to say. You can see that grammatically they are not, all the way out there on the
English is
scale.
not the mother tongue. Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to take that into consideration before we judge it. However, he or she, we're gonna assume it's a he this time, they are correct, but to a point, to a certain degree. From being born, we are living and facing the cold reality is rather true for all the men out there, because men are usually not given anything. You start as a little boy who your mom hopefully dotes upon, your father is there to give you guidance, and then as you grow, you are getting less and less things until the point where you realize you're not getting anything, and everything you get is deserved through your hard work. And for the women, it's a rather different scenario, because women are doted upon from the moment they are born until the end. So that's in short, from a big story, a complex story, a short point on how this is actually a reality.
It's an amazing. I read a small. It's an analogy, I'm gonna say, or a metaphor. Uh, Men, like women, when they are born, they are at the top of a mountain, and men, when they are born, they are at the bottom surrounding the mountain. During life, men are climbing the mountain, and during life, women, by doing the actions that lower their value, so to speak, they are going down.
Descending, yeah.
So the more the men work, the higher up the mountain they are, and the bigger the pool of women they can choose from is, and the women, the lower down the mountain they will see lower quality men. So for me, that was an amazing. I only recently read it, but it was an amazing analogy to the sort of way I see the world as well now.
I haven't heard it before, but I find it very interesting. And I'm right away trying to think of ideas for some reason. The brain is working like that. But essentially, when a man is climbing that mountain, if he runs into a woman that has descended low enough and manages to grab him, she's gonna keep him on that level, and that's how it's gonna stay.
Yeah, and he's gonna stop. He's not gonna climb
Yeah.
anymore.
So, at the end of the day, it's an interesting comment. If it's born from hate, we need to work on that a little bit, my dude. But if it's born from, let's say, love and reality and respect, then you are in a somewhat good direction.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna say this is entirely a point where it could go anywhere really, and it's okay. So if you're just saying this as a sort of statement of fact, and this is the reality that we're facing right now, and you know you can do something about it, and you go improve yourself and do yada yada yada, then it's good. If you're just here and hating because I don't know, you're lazy, you don't want to do anything, and you don't know why a woman that's putting in minimal effort, same as you, has it better in life than you do, then sorry, my man, it's gonna be tougher, as time goes by. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Nice comment. Nice comment, by the way. So we have a deep one right now.
What did this person try to say? I can think of 2 points, but
2 points. 2 arguments.
yeah, let's just move on.
Let's see this. Relationships are the women idea. In my experience, the rule is that the man needs to lead the relationship, but the woman needs to get your approval and she needs to fight for your emotions. The fastest way to the woman's heart is to date her and make opportunities for sex to happen. Simply put, you need the Triple H. Hang out, have fun, hook up. Leave the rest to her. Nesting, emotional bonding, and labels are all feminine energy.
Okay, there are a lot of things going on over here. Once again, this comment, yeah, it says a lot of truth. It has a lot of facts. I can't even say anything against it. I mean, there are certain roles that you have to play depending on your gender and who you are. And I'm talking men and women. Let's just cut the crap with all that bullshit of 3,000 genders and whatnot. Men and women, that's it. So the end goal in my mind is that you want to create a relationship where both parties are happy until the end. And in that relationship, you will have your ups and downs. Sometimes one side will have to pull more weight than the other. Sometimes the other side will pull more weight. Sometimes you will both pull equal weight. And relationships are not meant to be this perfect fairy tale idea from Hollywood. It's actually something that's built over a long period of time. It's something that you have to work on hard every day. You talk to your partner, you share your experience, you do things that are gonna complement each other. So essentially, there are certain ways and rules that come behind this whole complex idea of how a man is to approach a woman, how a woman is to receive the man and see if she's gonna try anything with him, and then if things are gonna work out, of course relationship then starts being built from there. So yeah, I mean, the comment is pretty much on point. It's not a set in stone exact fact, because there are a lot of little intricacies that come in between, but overall, big picture wise, yeah, it makes sense. So well done.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. This is I would, if I would need to rephrase it, is I think that if there is someone that's supposed to chase someone in the relationship in order for the relationship to work, I think it needs to be the woman chasing the man. So as soon as the woman starts being comfortable in the relationship, she starts getting bored and she starts thinking she can do better. So this is the, I know this is probably gonna, piss somebody off, but like as soon as the balance shifts and the woman starts feeling that she's in charge and that the man is trying too hard to please her and to do something like that, that's the moment that she will start to lose interest. And this
That's
is
a
that
fair
part. Yeah.
point. However, I have a little bit of a pushback. I would say that in relationships, and we are talking proper relationships
Long
that are
term and
serious and
okay,
long
okay.
term, you don't really have these ideas of who's gonna pursue who. It's more of an idea of, okay, in this relationship, this person is in charge. Most of the time, if the relationship is gonna be a good, healthy, strong relationship, it's gonna be a man who is a dominant person, who knows when to make certain decisions, who is not gonna bow down to ideas that are, I suppose, going against his own will. And the woman in that relationship is going to respect the guy. She's gonna do pretty much anything for that person. But in a relationship, which is a serious one, both parties will understand their roles and what they need to do in order for that relationship to be a long lasting one. I really don't see, the idea of one party pursuing the other as being a true one. Perhaps that's more true in the beginning. Later, if it's a healthy relationship, you kind of lose that.
Okay, okay. I sort of see both things being true in the sense that the relationship needs to always be, of course, the effort needs to come from both sides, respect needs to come from both sides. What I was referring to before was that, and now this is a bit tricky to say diplomatically. The problem is that men can be easily satisfied in life. If I think I got what I deserve, I'm okay with that. That's it. I got a loving wife, a family, I got a good paying job, I have some friends that I can spend time with, I have some activities that I love doing. That's it. I'm happy. I don't need to change anything. I can do that for 50 years. I don't have a problem with that. For women, as far as I can tell, there is a problem if she thinks she can do better. So I will never think I can do better than my wife, girlfriend, or whoever. But if a woman thinks she can do better, meaning she's not required to chase you, this is what I was referring to before. She will start thinking about the options that are out there. This is what I meant by chasing. I think both the points that you were making and I were making were not really mutually exclusive. They
No,
were
no.
just from different perspective
No, in
of the.
fact,
Yeah, yeah.
both points are correct and true. However, let's just say it like this, because we don't want to make this video too long.
Yeah,
Because if
true
we
that.
if we
True that.
went deep into this topic,
This would last forever.
we would be able to talk for hours upon hours, and there's so much knowledge behind
New Year
understanding.
is close, by the way.
So, to put this kind of in short, there are many types of women out there. There are many types of men out there. So, if everything works out perfectly, a man will grow to a certain degree where he is good with himself, he's confident, he knows what he wants in life, he has his own purpose and is actively pursuing it. On the other hand, we have a woman who also grew throughout her life journey, learned things, understands how relationships work, understands what she wants, and then when these two meet up, they can be a complementary couple that is going to grow. They're gonna make a good relationship and have a long lasting one with hopefully, families behind it and a good life to think about and remember. If we are talking about the other sentence where we are looking at pursuing partners and whatnot, if a woman is not emotionally at that level yet, then of course the man is gonna have to know, okay, for her to learn and be a good partner for me, and for me to be a good partner for her, I will have to let her chase me until she has learned and developed enough until our relationship can go to the next level. So let's just say that, as I said in the beginning, there are many types of women, many types of men, different levels of their emotional intelligence and knowledge, and then there are also different levels of your relationship with a person. The thing is that at any level, that relationship can break and you're gonna go separate ways. However, the higher the level, the lower the chance of you two splitting apart and not living that fulfilling life where you two are gonna have what you both want.
Happiness, pretty much. Yeah.
Happiness.
Yeah, we weren't. I noticed we weren't arguing a point somewhere around after the first comment. So to me, it was just rounding up
Yeah.
the point that we want to take across to the viewers. So,
Yeah. And then this is also good learning lesson for any viewer. Multiple truths can be true at once. However, we need to understand from which perspective and why they are true. And that's it. So, when watching videos, when consuming content and learning things, be aware of, different perspectives.
who's making them? What's the agenda? What's the point they're trying to get across? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. The next comment is Destiny is confused about modern culture versus hardwired female nature. He's one of the more delusional men appearing on those podcast shows. Somebody send dude a red pill. He needs it.
He got it.
Oh, he learned it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he learned it now.
And this is okay. This is a recent comment. The interesting part to me was the modern culture versus the female nature, and what would the main difference be? So I'm gonna start by asking, what do you think? What would be, in your opinion, the biggest difference between modern culture impacting women's decisions and decision making and behaviors, and the female nature affecting their decisions?
Okay, so I would say the biggest difference, especially from old days and now to the modern times, is the fact that now women are pushed to be their own capable self, where they're gonna earn the money, where they're gonna have a career, where they're gonna be able to have everything they ever want as long as they put a lot of work and effort into it. That's the biggest issue.
So that is the role that the society is pushing women into. Okay, I have a different view maybe, but like it's not conflicting. I agree with you. The different part of the thing that my spotlight was on is that it's the laziness. So the laziness is the problem for me. So think about this. The hardwired female nature is she wants to find the best possible candidate to have a family with and whatever. So this is, just survival of the species type of thing. The modern culture is she wants those things, but she doesn't want to do any duties that come with making sure that the partner is happy and satisfied. And so she I
She
would say
wants
the
all the
difference is,
benefits
yeah,
without.
the entitlement is the difference. So the female nature, women throughout millennia have understood that in order to have the best possible chance of survival and everything, there needs to be a division of labor. There needs to be, okay, the man needs to hunt, kill, whatever. The woman needs to nest, build, and nurture, and so on. And nowadays there is that, like, to me the funniest part of the whole thing is that nowadays 2/3 of the population that graduates college are women or female. So 2/3, meaning the average expectancy of a salary is, on the women's side. So they will out earn men if they haven't already. And the mentality is still, I want a provider, I want a man that earns more than me. My money is my money, but his money is our money. So the man's money is going towards paying the bills and ensuring everything is okay, even though the expectancy is that the woman will actually earn more.
Yeah.
So this was the point that I was.
I think our points build up on each other. The biggest thing is that if we try to think back to when women started to work and provide, the whole agenda was and the idea was for the women to be empowered. And of course, we know history. We we think we know history anyways. We know that women were to a certain degree during
What
certain
you say? We think we know history. Okay.
so the women were to a certain degree not as heard and not as equal to men
It sucked.
as they are today. So okay, we can put that as a truth, as a fact. However, what's happening today is that we are still humans, we still have our natures, we have lived like this for thousands of years, and the thing is that if we turn off the technology, if the world stops running as it is running today, and we go back to the old times, which would happen very quickly, we would go immediately back to our roles. There's no arguing that. If things go bad, things go sideways, men are still expected to arm up, do what needs to be done to provide, to protect. Women are expected to keep the household safe, take care of the children, and whatnot.
Destiny is a very intelligent, I can say, young man. He's younger than me, so he's a very intelligent man. The problem is that, as often is the case with intelligent men, they think there is no one more intelligent than they are. The problem is, half the world was saying to him, this is not a good idea. So I'm gonna say, I don't even need to say the joke out loud. So this is the thing. It's like the what I see being the biggest problem here in the whole story is the sheer amount of young men that he has spoken to and influenced and said, come on guys, open up your marriages, trust your women, do this, do that, and the other thing, and whatever. And now, after a year of it being public, their life story and whatever, it has failed miserably. So the problem is, now this may be just me defending him, but if he had a normal marriage, if he went on this many podcasts just saying and singing praise about his marriage and Melina and whatever, the public eye is a nasty thing, and people and attention tend to spoil people, and I think he would have a hard time even if his marriage hasn't been as it has. But the problem is, they were saying a long time ago, I think every 6 months they had some problems, they were, preventing crashing and burning and whatever. This is not a sign of a healthy relationship. So, yeah, I mean, we were, I think we were even commenting that, on some previous videos about when Melina was on some shows, he was on some shows.
Yeah,
And
probably.
yeah, and it was, yeah, okay, cool. We can think and we can talk about it, but the problem is, yeah, so now
Yeah.
it happened.
The fact of the matter is that Destiny, he is intelligent, as you said. However, he is logically intelligent, not so much emotionally intelligent. That's where I find, some kind of a leeway where he's kind of losing on this side. And we said a couple of comments ago that a man needs to be a certain level, a woman needs to be a certain level. In this case, Destiny is not at the level where he truly understands the intricacies of relationships, social dynamics, and how it all works, how our nature is. And then Melina is even worse off because she's even a level or two below Destiny. And of course, now she's gonna learn the harsh reality as everything is crumbling down.
And the problem is, she's now, I would say, not at the very high point, uh, because of two reasons. First, because she's obviously pretty promiscuous, even at a relatively young age. I think she's 24, 25 now. We were talking about it. And the other segment of her problem is that everything is public and she cannot go up anymore. So there is no way for her to redeem herself. So it's only gonna go downwards. Yeah, okay.
And this is not even spoken out of hate.
No.
This is spoken out of pure facts that anybody can agree with if they just look 1, 2, 3 dots in the future. At the end of the day, not only Destiny is confused about modern culture and our hardwired nature, it's a lot of men out there. So, from my side, from our side, I would say also, focus on working on yourself, developing yourself, and everything else will come into place as you learn and as you grow. Otherwise, you're gonna be crushed by this weird modern culture that just leads nowhere.
Listen to him. I don't even believe in open marriages, but God, you are close minded. This is so white and mooring.
More boring, maybe?
You're mooring.
What is that?
It's like more boring put together,
There we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they meant boring. So yeah, I mean,
boring on a higher level.
yeah.
Okay, I would just like to say that thank you for your comment. Thank you for your insightful perspective. We appreciate it and hope to see more.
But yeah, I like the only thing that I would like, honestly, when it comes to comments like this, in order to be able to take them at all seriously. So just make sure that this is well and truly known out there. Like, okay, personal flaming and attacks like ad hominem is okay, no problem. Nobody is gonna get angry about it. We just ignore them and go on with our days. But we chose this comment with a purpose. So if you have something to share like this, please at least write what is it that you think was the problem that we said and what we can do to make it better in order to promote, healthy debate and discussion, and so we can, try to, cover it in a new video or see whether there is something potentially worth discussing and exploring a little bit further. I don't even know how to respond to that, to be honest.
I don't think there's a way to respond to this at all. I think this just comes with the territory. Simply when you go online, when you do things and work
Yeah.
things, hate is gonna come, and if there are no haters, it means you're not doing something right. And since there are, and we have received plenty of these kind of comments, I think we're doing something good. So once again, thank you for the support.
Yeah.
It is very welcomed, and I
Yeah.
hope to see more of it.
Just appealing to to that small section of the haters that still have something maybe to contribute. Just please say what is it that you hate, and what we can do better so that we can actually improve as well. So just to take it as an opportunity, because it's very easy to ignore, as you said, like all hate is actually welcome, means like we're doing actually something good, but if we can even improve on that, it will be even better.
Yeah, agreed. At the end of the day, intelligent people are gonna change their point of view, thoughts, if the argument is valid enough and it makes sense. So if you have any kind of feedback where we're gonna take it and consider it, who knows, maybe you'll change our minds. We are here, we welcome all comments, we're happy to discuss with whoever wants to discuss, and let's talk.
It's gonna be sort of hard to become black just to resolve the problem, from this comment.
Yeah. So the next one is, hey guys, marriage is a legally binding contract that greenlights the financial destruction of a man's life. So no, until divorce laws change, it is not worth it all, and neither is dating low value demon crab voting women that bring nothing to the table except for someone else's kids, STDs, or high body counts. Change the marriage laws or get lost. Yeah, first of all, I would love to see more dots and commas because it would be so much easier to read this. But anyways, please take it away.
At first, to me, it sounded like a very, hateful comment, but thinking about it a little bit, if this is a US, US citizen, they have it a lot worse than, I would say, some of the countries in the rest of the world. So the heartbreaking part in all of this is that this is entirely true. And to me, I would honestly never consider getting married in the US. So this is what I think about this comment. I think we can go in depth. I think we can actually make an episode related to this. And this is, I think, Brian Atlas from the Whatever podcast says it best when it says, it's pretty stupid to enter in a contract with a party that is actually incentivized to break it. So all of the laws, everything, the legislature, everything is on the side of the woman, and she is actually pushed, and like her situation will dramatically improve if one day she wakes up and says, you know what, this is not doing it for me, I just want to break up and I want to have half of your stuff and the kids and your money, and that's it. I want to live my life without you.
Yeah.
Good comment. In my opinion, it's spot on for that part of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very true, especially for American citizens and any country that puts so much value into the female of that marriage, because of course for women it will always be beneficial to enter such a contract. You get all the benefits without losing anything, and as a man you simply lose everything without gaining
Simply.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes no sense. So this comment is on point, makes sense. However, I don't view marriages. Let's just say that what we put into contracts nowadays is a ridicule to the original idea of what a marriage is. For me, marriage is more like pair bonding with the person that you are with. So you don't even have to go through the legal trouble of doing all this, simply put, crap, because you can be with a person without any papers and still have your own kind of marriage and lifestyle that you prefer and like. However, that does mean that in that kind of sense, man is gonna be more secure, and the woman is gonna be at risk of losing a lot of things, especially if at one point man decides to leave her and she wasted her life away thinking she's
Yeah.
gonna be safe. So of course there are so many different things now that are very difficult to resolve without us figuring out a better idea of how to make these contracts.
I think the balance is the problem. And it's impossible to balance properly because if you just have a relationship, then the woman is screwed in case this relationship breaks and the man is not incentivized to do it. You know, he gets bored, he says, okay, fuck you, I'm going to do something else,
Yeah.
to do somebody else. And if there is a marriage, on the other hand, the man is the one that stands to lose everything. So there is no middle ground. It's either the man is fucked or the woman is fucked. There is no maybe prenups. But the thing is, shouldn't that be the sort of default scenario? And the other side is that everything that I've seen so far about prenups is that the moment that it's always the man that brings it up, because yeah, why would a woman bring a prenup up? It's not sort of normal. It's always, you know, met with some sort of emotional blackmail from the woman, like, do you not trust me enough? What do you think this marriage is? And so on. So I think the prenup should be standard.
To me, the idea of a prenup was always kind of fishy and odd. In reality, if marriage was promoted in a better view, better light, by default, both parties would have a fair agreement and nobody would lose at all in a situation where the divorce is at play. But that divorce is gonna give both parties equal opportunity to agree on who's gonna get what and how they're gonna move on. However, as the situation stands for America especially, it is better not to get married for now. Yeah, we need to be reasonable. Sometimes logic and the binding contracts of this world are stronger than our intricacies of and I keep using this word a lot now.
What intricacies?
Yeah. But yes, the contracts are stronger than the things that are in reality way more powerful.
I mean, the contract is the written word that is used to justify some actions.
Yeah, the contract is
Correct.
essentially man's given word to justify actions that are gonna keep you safe legally. However, that's all bullshit at the end of the day. So yeah, don't get married. Good comment, thank you.
Oh, we don't have any open hate comments beside that one. Like, we
Yeah.
had some cope podcast and stuff like that, but yeah, no constructive criticism. It was just hate. So yeah, true. Cool.
Well, I would like to say that I'm quite happy with 2023. I'm happy where the monocle has come to for now. To see all these comments, it is such a pleasure. It is so humbling and nice to see. Thank you. I am truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. I hope to see more. I'm happy to discuss anything that comes our way. And let's keep it up.
Also, it was very unexpected that we actually wanted to just scroll through all of the comments and pick cherry pick the best ones, but we failed to do so because we noticed that we have too many of them and we would not have enough time to do that. So we just picked the first ones that sounded nice. So thanks for that. Yeah, it's been a great year.
It was more of a, playing a lottery than figuring out the best because, oh my God, there were a lot of comments and a lot of, let's just say, interesting messages that we are so grateful for. It is great to see.
Yeah. So first comment for support is we're not going to be reading the names just because, if people want to be anonymous, that's okay. So great show, guys. Glad I stumbled onto you. Keep the show coming. Love the interplay between you guys. Yeah, I mean, it's already known that we're not gonna hug, but besides that, yeah.
That was a joke. We might even hug someday. please.
I'm not gonna hug you, man.
No homo.
But yeah, thanks for the support.
Second supporting comment. Perfect video, you both make very great points. Now, why did we pick this comment? It is funny because the video was about feminists and how they play on this social dynamics field. And it is very, very fun video, so I recommend you watch it.
Yeah, it's been very fun making that video as well. Yeah, true that. True.
We had quite a few laughs.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is I like listening you guys' perspectives with Russian accents. Die, Igor.
Thank you, my Russian friend.
Thank you.
We will keep this coming.
I didn't think that we sound so Russian, but yeah, I mean, I guess thanks, like spasibo.
Come on, Igor. Stop this. First of all, no hate to Russians.
Okay, сука, блядь. you know that, yeah, so...
I mean, of course, we are not native English speakers, and it is actually quite challenging to bring this content and to talk like this. So, even more,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
We will keep them coming. And the last but not least, I hope, comment is keep the video coming. Nope. It's keep the videos coming, guys. Sending love. Thank you very much. We appreciate it and we will keep them coming. Overall, with so many comments, with so many different things being said, especially, those long comments where we discuss points and where we see different perspectives, it is very nice to see how we are all evolving, learning, getting to a newer level, understanding differences. It is great to see all of that. So I hope to see more of that in 2024.
Yeah, and it feels like we've really grown in the last, 6 months, trying to talk about all of those topics that are like similar but different at the same time. And it's very, very nice to see such a lot of support. And, we missed, like, there is a lot of more comments. And sorry if we didn't pick yours, but it was like Em said, it was a sort of lottery moment for us. We're gonna probably keep doing this, every now and again. And yeah, it's been a great year so far.
I mean, I always heard, people say making videos like this, content like this is difficult. But only now when we started working like this did we realize, oh wow, this is actually rather difficult. There are so many different opinions out there, so many different perspectives. It is hard to really put a nail in it and say, okay, this is how we're gonna handle things and this is how we're gonna work. However, there are certain things and aspects when it comes to whatever we are doing where we simply cannot work against that. Now, I would say that you have to keep an open mind for a lot of things, but you also have to be smart about how you're gonna take any idea, any thought, because whatever you do is gonna affect you, and at the end of the day, you want the best for yourself. So be careful. And a happy new year, I suppose.
And a happy new year, yeah. And there is a New Year's resolution that we can put, and that's that we're gonna be more regular with the uploads, and we're gonna keep the videos coming more frequently than before. So there's been, some things that prevented us, but now we're gonna keep them coming on a regular basis. So thanks for that. And happy new year.
I suppose we can end today's episode. Once again, thank you for all the support. I know we keep saying it over and over again, it's getting a bit annoying even, but we truly appreciate it. We will try to do better, keep more content coming.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, please do. Leave a like if you like the video, leave a comment if you have any thoughts or ideas, or if you want to support or hate us. Anything is welcome.
Like the video, yeah.
Ring that notification bell or actually click it or whatever so you are notified every time a new video comes out. For 2024, We will try to be even more productive, give you more content. However, understand that this is not as easy as it seems. We are happy to provide more. We will try our best, and
we'll see you in the new year.
we'll see you in the new year.
Stay awesome.